What is up, guys? Colin, aka Connor Branch here, and today I'm gonna be ranting about SML Movie. Bowser Jr. Gets Jinxed. Now, of course, for those of you who don't know what SML movies are, they're done by a franchise by on YouTube channel called Super Mario Logan, and they're pretty funny. They're quite funny. He's been doing them for a while now, but I've been watching a lot of them since like last year, and they're pretty good. But recently I'm gonna be I reacted to SML Movie Bowser Jr. Gets Jinxed, and I'm gonna be reviewing that, ranting about that one in this video, along with doing other ones in the future. But today I'm just gonna choose a random one, and that's Bowser Jr. Gets Jinxed, and I'll put that link in the description too. But this was pretty good. The main characters in this were here I have them pulled up. The main characters were Bowser Jr., Joseph, and Cody, and here are their pictures. That's Bowser Jr. You might recognize him from like the games. Then Joseph's right here, and then there's Cody right there. So basically, yeah. And each SML movie has a plot in them. Like they have like some sort of plot that really kind of builds up and gets funny at times. But the plot in this one was like Bowser Jr. is with his friends Joseph and Cody, like they always are. They're like always together in SML movies, like in all the ones they're in, they're always together almost. But anyway, they're just talking, and then suddenly, Junior and Cody say the same thing. I don't know what they said, but they said it at the same time. And then Cody said, "Ha, Junior, jinxed!" And then the rule was Junior couldn't talk unless someone said his name. All right, yeah. So yeah, that's pretty interesting plotline for that. So then he went on for the rest of the SML movie, like trying to get people to say his name, like Chef Peepee, who I'll show his picture in the later one. But Chef Peepee was apparently like mad at him because he wouldn't finish his macaroni and cheese because I don't know why, but he likes it apparently. But he couldn't take a hint, and Junior broke a glass to try and get him to say his name, like Junior, how could you? But instead he says like, he's like slut and like a cuss word and stuff like that, and calls him anything except Junior. So Junior gets frustrated and leaves, and then he goes to his dad Bowser, who he tries to get him to say his name, of course, because his dad always has his name, of course, but he can't talk. So he's just like trying to. He's moving around like come on, Dad, say my name, And then his dad's like, why are you all quiet? And then his dad's like, oh, I get it. You got a crush at school and you don't know how to talk to her. And Drew's like, no, not that. And Bowser's like, don't worry, I'm a lazy man, Junior. I mean, he didn't say his name, but he just said, I'm a lazy man, so I can teach you. And then he tried to get him to. He thought Junior had a crush on someone at school and didn't know how to talk to them. So he's like, don't worry, I know how to get through this. And then he just started giving all advice, and then Junior pulls out a piece of paper with JR on it, Junior, and then Bowser looks at it, and he's like, what? I get it. That must be the initials of your crush's name, and I'm gonna guess her name is and he said Jessica Robinson, and he's like, no. And he's like, don't worry, tell Jessica Robinson what you got, whip it out. And then Junior, frustrated, he leaves. Then that sucks because that day he has to give a report in school, like an essay, to his Asian teacher, Jackie Chu, and I'll show his picture later. But he has to give an essay on like his favorite food, and he chose macaroni and cheese. However, he can't read, of course, because because he can't talk. So like when it's and here's the thing. Jackie Chu, the teacher, is calling attendance, and you'd think, you'd think at that point he would say Junior's name when he got to Junior's name on the attendance sheet. So he's like, Cody here, Joseph here, and then he got to Junior's name, and he's like, and I'm not gonna be stereotypical. I'm not gonna be racist or anything, but This is what he actually said. He's like, God, he's like, curse these slant eyes, because he was slant. He's like, curse these slant eyes. And he slammed himself down into the paper, and he's like, what does that say? Jude, and then Junior's like, come on, say my name. He's like, July, August, September, like, he's like getting the months, because he couldn't read Junior's name, so he's like, Cody, the guy in front of you, is he here? And Cody's like, yeah, and Junior's like, dang it. And then, Mr. Chu's like, alright, who wants to present their essay first? And Cody's like, the guy in front of me really wants to do it, aka Junior. And Junior's like, no. And then Jackie Chu's like, yes, you there, boy who I couldn't see the name of, you come up and do it. And then Junior just embarrassingly staggers up there, and he just stands there in silence. He can't talk. And Jackie Chu's like, go ahead, read your essay. You dumb, read your essay. And then he's like, why don't you read your essay? You're dumb, you fail. Go back to your desk. And then basically he failed. It's a lot more funnier in the actual episode, SML movie. But anyway, what else? What happened after that? Oh yeah, Cody read his report on Ken's sweet ass, because Cody's gay, and he's trying to you know, he dates this Ken doll, which I think is very, very stupid, but whatever. Anyway, but then they go back to the house, and then Junior's like upset because he got an F, but Cody got an A+, and Joseph of course got an F because he didn't even have a report, and he needed to use Junior's printer at the beginning when he didn't even have a report. But Junior figures, he can't talk, but he's like, I think he's thinking this has gone far enough, and Cody's like, yeah, I think this has gone far enough. So he's like, tell you what, Junior, go get me a Coke, and I'll say your name. And he's like, okay. And then he goes to the refrigerator and opens it up, and there's a bunch of Pepsi in there, frickin' Pepsi, not Coke. They frickin' tricked him. And then Chef Pee-Pee comes, and he's like, and he's like, oh, there you are, little brat, trying to come in here to make more messes, I see. And Junior can't talk. He's like, and then he just grabs a Pepsi, hoping that Cody will take it. Brings it back. Cody's like, yeah, J Dog. I thought I asked for Pepsi, or Coke, not Pepsi. It's like, I guess I'll give it a taste. He's like, no, sorry, I wanted Coke. And he's like, he's trying to say there was no Coke. But I keep doing this because like Junior's like Logan 30 Acre holds Junior like this because of like all the other ones do. And then and then just then the doorbell rings, and the firemen apparently come, and they say, hey, just want to tell you that your roof is on fire. And the reason why was because at the very beginning of the SML movie, Chef Pee-Pee tried to get Junior out of bed to go to school when he could still talk at that point. But he says bed on fire, to try and get him to get out of bed, which he did. Then the whole jinxing thing started. So he's like, but then Junior can't talk, so then the fireman, aka his name is Brooklyn T Guy, and Brooklyn T Guy has like 1,000 jobs. He's like, what's? Oh, I get it. You're a mime, aren't you? Oh my gosh! No wonder nobody answered the phone. It was this is a freaking house of mimes. And then he comes in, and then Junior tells he walks. He's like, come. Okay, I'll come in, thinking he wants him to come in. Then Junior goes to the kitchen and sets a gang of hangman up, and he's